hope you all are doing well. You guys are already here waiting for me. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm a little tardy. I apologize. Welcome to our anxiety class, or, well, not really a class, but although this next month I am going to be teaching classes. Or this month, I should say. We're already in March. So, for our anxiety and depression support group, we are going to be doing one of three, or maybe all of three. Just kind of depends on where I'm at that week. But tonight we're going to be doing some journaling, self dialogue. This is kind of based off of my novelty notes journaling class. So I'm bringing that into our support group tonight. This is a class that I do teach, and I do it as a group class or one-to-one. So if you're interested, you can reach out. And I call this novelty notes journaling. And journaling is self-dialogue. It is basically a very safe space for you to release your thoughts or your feelings on paper. And it's a very instant feedback on where you are. So, and I'm a writer myself, so I love teaching this because I feel like writing is therapy for a lot of us, and it's therapy in general. So if you're not a writer, that's okay. But there's 4 realms that I share with you in this class, and they are therapy, release, clarity, and meditation. So, and there's certainly more, but these are kind of the ones that I teach in the class. So, writing is a form of therapy. It is, as I say, a space to release sort of the clutter of the mind, and it's a good practice to have either at the start of your day or at the end of your day, whatever works for you, or both. Actually, the more you do, the better. And then, of course, we can get into all kinds of overlapping therapies with writing. You can actually use writing in your inner healing work when you combine it with music therapy, which is a whole other realm that I'm going to be sharing actually in our Mind Heart Mondays this month. So if you're interested in that, but yes, it is a form of therapy and instant therapy, I would say. The second is release. So as I've shared, I think we've done this once, or at least recently, here at our anxiety support class, our live stream, is releasing your thoughts. And we're going to do that tonight. So grab some paper, grab something to write with, because we're going to write a little bit tonight. And then number 3 is clarity. If you were with me last time I did this on this live stream, I invite you to take it to this next level, which is essentially when you do this 5 or 7 minute journal, as I call it, 7-minute journal, you're releasing the first excess of your thought forms. You're releasing what is most pressing, even if you don't realize you're doing this. So when you come back to the writing, which we're going to do actually, because I want to take you into this a little bit, you're going to find that you're going to read this back to yourself and see how you're thinking right now, and what is it that is pressing in your mind, because a lot of times we can't verbalize. For those of you that you do go to therapy or you do talk to a counselor or something like that, which is great, and I encourage that. I think that's important for us to have someone that we can talk to about what we're going through. But you might find sometimes that it's not enough, or it's not natural for you to talk about your feelings or talk about what's going on in your mind. And this is where these alternative therapies, which is what I teach, come into play, because you're able to access these parts of self that are not easily accessible through talk therapy. So, with that said, when I release my thoughts or my emotions on paper, and it is actually very personal, it's instant feedback to myself. I'm able to go back and see in the mirror of my mind or my heart what's going on with me. And through this, I'm able to gain clarity, which is what we need so that we can begin to heal and recover whatever we're going through, especially when it comes to our anxiety or depression. And then the last realm is meditation. So writing is and can be a form of meditation, especially when I get to the point where I've decluttered a lot from my mind or my heart, and I'm able to begin to implement positive affirmations and start to replace some of that negative mindset that I've been carrying with a positive mindset. So, how are you guys doing? Welcome, everybody. My name is Ruby, and this is Anxiety Support Recovery. Anxiety and depression, but how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you guys. So, let's grab some pen and paper, because I want to take us into this 7-minute journal. And this is personal. This is all about you. But you are welcome to share. And in fact, when I've done these group classes, there have been a lot of brave souls that want to share what they're going through. And actually, in a safe space, like a class, a group class, a support class like that, it's good. It's good to have a release for yourself, to kind of get it out in public, but safely. I've had a lot of good novelty notes classes. So, but if you're not somebody who likes to share too much with a lot of people, I invite you to set something up with me one-to-one, and we can do this together. So as I shared, journaling is a very personal, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical dialogue with self. Okay. So whether you're a writer or not, this is going to bless you and help you. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys. Sorry I was a little tardy. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, actually, I'm just going to look at my clock because I have a little live clock on there. But I'm going to give us 7 minutes to write. And actually, I want to give you guys a couple of minutes to find something to write with and write on. And then we're going to get into this. There's no structure to this writing. This is whatever comes natural, whatever comes out of you. And you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And this happens to me every time too, whenever I actually join the writing, and I'm going to do it tonight for you guys. Sometimes I'm surprised by what I write. Sometimes I write poetry. Sometimes I just write just a stream of consciousness of whatever I'm dealing with. Sometimes it's hopeful. Sometimes it's heavy. It just really depends on where you are. But all of it is beautiful and necessary. So let's begin. Actually, let's begin now. I will be back in 7 minutes. I don't know if I can mute myself on live stream. Oh, yes, I can. I'm gonna mute myself. I don't think I can turn off my camera, but I normally would in class. So you can, and you would turn off your camera and you could just have your moment and then come back. So let me go ahead and mute myself and I will be back in 7 minutes. So I'll see you then. All right, loves. It has been 7 minutes, and I invite you to wrap up your writing and come back when you're ready. Okay. Actually, I didn't want to stop writing because once I started, I was like, oh, my beloved sacred space. So if you're still writing, that's okay. This is more about, it's not so much about the time as it is about your time with your thoughts and your emotions and releasing them. But if you're done and you want to share something, I invite you in the live stream chat, or you can post something in the comments and let me know what you wrote. Share it with everyone. And if not, that's okay, because in a minute I'm going to get into where to go from here. So before that, I'm going to go ahead and read what I wrote. I don't think I did this last time, but I do this frequently when I do my classes. So I'm going to share a little bit, and then I'm going to invite you to delve a little bit deeper into your writing. Okay, so this is what I wrote. Tonight, I'm feeling a little better. I enjoyed a nice homemade dinner with my love, and I've had a day to rest. Rest. My assignment this season. I'm learning day by day, for it is not my natural disposition, but it's what I need and what I desire. I feel so many pieces are coming together, and this month is the catapult. Completion, perfection. This is really reminding me of my love for writing and how long it's been since I just released my thoughts for myself. How I long to speak in my natural language. Quiet, gentle spirit. A tranquil heart is good medicine, and it is exactly all I need to be. And be is where I find my rest. So, I rest my mind now. No more puzzles to solve. No more balls to juggle. No more chaos to endure. Just come back. Come back to the floor where my feet touch my song. Come back to the paper where my heart takes flight. And that's all I wrote. What did you write? So from here, if we were to go into our 4 rounds, I invite you to take what you wrote and read it. Read it back to yourself. What is your mind sharing with you? What is your heart sharing with you? Remember, some of us are thinkers, some of us are feelers. What is it that you are seeing as you're looking into this written mirror? Are you looking for some therapy? Or are you looking to just release some of what you're thinking or feeling or going through? Are you seeking clarity? Or are you in a space where you want to take your thought forms into a form of meditation? This is all healthy. And really, if we were to sit together and do a session, we could actually do all 4. Once I would hear what you were sharing and give you feedback and reflection, and then we would kind of help you assess where you are. So that is our little session for today. And again, I invite you, if you're interested in doing one-to-one sessions with me, in general, soul strengthening sessions, My website is up and my booking availability is there for your taking at shesrestore.com. And I would love to work with you, help you, and guide you into your healing. I will be back on Friday for our last day's live stream. And by the way, for the rest of this month, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more guided practices to help you with your anxiety and depression. And they're going to be either journaling, color therapy, or somatic therapy. So just FYI, next week we'll be getting into one of those three, or maybe all of them. We'll see. I hope you guys have a great night and hope you're having a great week and definitely a great start to March. And I'll be back Friday. Love y'all. Bye.